Coming to you from the city of Philadelphia, LRTN presents How's My People? Your favorite spot for Liberian news. With your co-hosts, McGarris Jackson, Daryl Kennedy, Quinita Dunbar, and Fuchsia Shade.
People doing up, we doing alright. Yo, this is correct Jackal, chilling with LRTN, our Liberian radio and television network.
How's my people doing all? We are doing all right.
How's my people doing? This is Ted's Grocery Store on Woodland Avenue, and you are watching How My People Doing.
How's my people doing? Oh,
we doing all right.
Welcome to the first ever episode of How's My People with your co-host Fuchsia Shade,
yours truly, McGarris Jackson,
Daryl Kennedy,
and Quinita Dunbar.
Now, we're going to be talking about what's been going on in the country. Now, I know you all know what's been going on with Trump, but let's get into it. America's on the precipice of a new dawn. After 4 years of police brutality, division, blatant racism, and Karens. Now, y'all know them Karens.
Yeah.
Ladies will be calling the police on people who just be trying to have a good time at their barbecue.
Right.
America looks to start anew. But not everybody is happy about this change. Mm-hmm. Some are trying to conserve things as it is.
Right.
conserve.
Keyword conserve,
Yeah.
So they're even going as far as committing acts of domestic terrorism. Now who, right here in America. Now who are these people who are committing these acts? No other than disgruntled Trump supporters and white supremacists.
Okay.
But how did we get to this point? Well, you might say it's because of the speech that Trump gave right before the rally, right before the insurrection started. Now, all of this led to a direct attack on the Congress building on January 6th, while Congress was recounting the electoral votes that Trump asked for. Now, you might also be thinking this also is because Trump has been denying the results as a whole. Even before the election started, he's told his constituents, if I lose the election, it's going to be because there's some fraud somewhere. Now, he's a powerful man. He's the president of the United States. If the president of the United States says something like there's fraud, there, of course people are going to, maybe think there's some fraud there. But there's been an extensive, look into all of this, and there's no fraud being found. And he's still pushing on with this narrative. And now we have 5 people dead, one being a cop, and now we need to have National Guards in place. They're even sleeping in the basement of the Capitol building. FBI is saying that they're tracking these events and there might be more attacks to come. And Trump still is in denial about, the fact that he lost.
Right.
What do you guys think about what's been going on, guys?
For the fact that the FBI is, foreseeing that it's going to happen again, it's premeditated.
Right.
It's premeditated. We can definitely put a stop to this once it's started, once it's already happened. Everything's being premeditated, and it's showing that people can do things and get away with it.
Right.
And rumor goes around that, there are police involved. We have some government officials involved that were also a part of it, running through the Capitol. And that doesn't surprise me at all, because we know that police brutality has been something that has been going on in this country for a very long time.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they had some type of hand in this chaos.
Right.
Speaking of premeditation, where's the integrity when it comes to everything that's taken place? Since November, you have been denying the presidency. Now we're on to senatorial votes. What's next? An attack at the inauguration? Because if it's premeditated, what other event, what other monumentous event here in America that's going to be happening, that's going to take place, that these attacks might occur?
Right.
Now, that's actually the fear that they're having right now, the FBI. They're trying to track this because inauguration is on the 20th, right?
Right.
It's right around the corner, less than a week, right?
Yeah.
So, like, of course, this is going to be an issue that everyone's going to have to, like, work with because we don't know who's going to be in that crowd. We don't know what's going to be going on.
Right.
But there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Donald J. Trump will be the first president to be impeached not once, but twice.
Wow. That's ridiculous.
Now, what does this mean? It means all of his presidential amenities will be stripped away. So no pension, no Secret Service. He won't be able to run again. And he done lost his respect.
For sure.
For sure.
Before or after the impeachment?
Before.
Oh, I mean, he lost his respect way long ago. But I mean, this is an extra, that extra little on him. You know what I mean?
On top of that. For sure.
Right. I mean, this is just chaos. This is the exact same kind of chaos our parents worked so hard to get away from. They came across an ocean to escape this mentality, this craziness, the insurrection, all that. Just to have it all happen all again. I hope we can come together and escape all this chaos, but Fuchsia, what's going on in the music industry?
Well, speaking of chaos, the entertainment business has went through a lot of it over this pandemic. For one, let's talk about how COVID has stopped so many entertainment businesses. Let's talk about record labels. For one, we know that a lot of performances had put a pause on everything. They weren't able to do certain things like concerts, music fests. We know that we have the American Music Awards. That wasn't able to take place because of COVID. But however, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. Social media has made a big come up. Let's talk about how Instagram, Facebook, Twitter has went up numbers. We have people coming up, underground artists coming up from nowhere and making their name in the business because of likes, views, all those things count. Once you have an audience looking at you, you're able to reach a wide arrangement of people. So let's not look at the downfall. Let's look at the upside of all this. So we have artists like Megan Thee Stallion doing live performance where people are watching. We have some people doing dance classes online, fashion shows where you have to pay to join that Zoom, and also finding creative ways, to make money. One thing I know about creatives like myself, we always find a way to make that change. Okay? And one thing I really wanted to go into is trending topics. All right? On TikTok right now, we have our own Born and Raised Native, who is on TikTok. His song is trending right now. His song is called Story. You guys should definitely check it out. It's on all social media platforms. Go ahead and like his Instagram, his Twitter. He goes by the name of Native09 on all social media platforms. Super dope artist. People are making like the slow-mo challenge. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but you can Google search that, and they're making slow-mo challenges to him. So definitely check him out. And to further continue my topic with challenges, let's go to that challenge that's been going around on all social media platforms, the fufu challenge. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it, but if you haven't seen it, it's people trying fufu. People who are not familiar with fufu, they've been going to local African restaurants, grabbing some fufu, or even checking it out on social media and trying to make it themselves. We have a lot of different opinions from it. People have been saying they like it, some saying they don't like it. However, I know, Magaris, you're a big fan of fufu. So please tell me how you feel about that challenge.
I eat fufu on a daily, but just for a moment, can my co-host put out your hand? Now, on the count of 3, slap it. 1, 2, 3. Would you slap your mom's food on a dining room table like that after she placed it in front of you? What about your grandmother's cooking?
Of course not.
I find that highly offensive. As a Liberian American, it is very important for us to, one, showcase who we are as individuals,
Right.
you know? But then it's a whole nother thing for you guys to take the culture that we now share with you guys and somewhat disgrace it by swallowing and spitting it out.
So disrespectful.
That is so disrespectful. Even if I'm a big traveler. I love to travel. I love to try people's food. So I would never do one thing. I would never do is smell someone's food. I'm just gonna taste it right off the bat because a smell and a taste are two different things. Some people say you can smell something and know how it tastes. Mm-hmm. Where I come from, that's very disrespectful. Yeah. You taste, you give your opinion, or you don't say anything at all. But I guess the challenge is trending because a lot of people are not used to eating food or preferably soup with their hands. Mm-hmm. So they're all doing it, trying to find out, what does it taste like, the dough with the soup. But at the end of the day, it's a starch. Right. Fufu is a starch. Just like you go to KFC and you get your little biscuits on the side. Right. Just like when you go to Olive Garden, you get your breadsticks. It's a starch. So you guys have to understand where we're coming from and where you're coming from. It means a lot to us. So you just be careful if you got some African friends out there and you're over here saying, ew, I don't like food. Just know that you're hurting someone's feelings. Let's be wise when it comes to other people's culture and their food. What do you think about this, Daryl?
Well, I think, first of all, you could be eating your fufu with your hand.
Yes, of course.
No, I use a spoon.
You use a spoon too?
Yeah. I like my.
I don't know about that.
It's something about my hands and my germs.
No, but I think it is disrespectful to be spitting somebody else's food out. It's sure. Listen, it's not accepted anywhere. You don't like it, don't try it again. Don't spit someone else's food out your mouth and say ew, and then put it on social media. This is rude.
All this fufu talk is really making me tired. I'm just going to say, if you don't like it, you don't have to post yourself spitting it out. I know we have the do anything for clout people out there, but this is one of the things I'll advise you not to do. So we're going to take a quick break. Make sure you're following LRTN on all social media platforms. And when we come back, we're going to get into health and wellness with my girl, Quinita Dunbar.
Oh. Hey guys, you want to stay up to date on what's going on out there? On the newest politics, news, headlines, and stories way too good to be true? Tune into LRTN Live on And How's My People, Sundays at 7 p.m. See you there.
You're looking for entertainment, news, G's, hot topics, all the latest on all the fashion trends? Check out your girl, Fuchsia Shide.
All I do is win, 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 win.
How's my people doing? Oh, we doing all right. I know you heard about that new show. You better come here and get the G's, baby, with your girl, Fuchsia Shide, every Sunday night at 7 p.m.
You guys believe it's been almost a whole year since COVID has struck the entire world.
That's ridiculous.
Can't believe it.
It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. U.S. news sources report there's been a dramatic drop in the diagnosis of other major health diseases, like cancer, heart disease, and lung disease. Now, don't forget, these are the three major illnesses that take lives all over the world. But all of a sudden, they disappeared since COVID has come to the picture. Right. COVID has been at the forefront of the health and the entire economy. So, though underlying conditions make you vulnerable to COVID, how is it that the three most deadly illnesses are going undiagnosed? The answer is COVID-19. Since the pandemic began, how often is it that we hear about deaths of cancer or heart attacks or, lung disease or heart disease? It's just uncommon. COVID has completely overtaken all other illnesses and health risks everywhere. Death tolls are in the millions. Now, do you guys think that COVID is completely responsible for that huge number?
Me personally, no, I don't. I think these doctors need to stop just saying COVID, 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 COVID when they say everything. People have real underlying illnesses. Cancer, where did COVID come from? Cancer's been going on for years. Now all of a sudden, oh, it's COVID, it's COVID. I feel like people are paying their money, and it seems like this is all for business. And if that's the case, that's sad, and it's ridiculous, and I'm really appalled by it.
Yeah, like, I'm going to play devil's advocate real quick, you know what I mean? But, I mean, I do believe that a lot of these hospitals are just pushing COVID because, you know, get a little bit extra tax dollars because of it, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
For sure.
and also, I feel like it makes it easier for them. It's rather than doing extensive tests and all that, you got COVID, you know what I mean? Like, that's it. But, you know, I think another thing is, though, because they might have these underlying health issues.
That's what.
And then the COVID on top of it,
that.
they're forgetting about
Makes
the
them more
other.
vulnerable.
Yeah, they're forgetting about the other side of it. They're forgetting about maybe you do have this, that, and the other, and just focusing on the COVID. So I mean, I think there's a lot of different factors there.
For sure.
You know, the only thing I really have to say or comment about this whole malpractice, because in a sense, that's what it is. If you're misdiagnosing someone, that is a malpractice.
Right.
Doctors and nurses, when you guys actually go for your jobs, you guys are sworn in. You guys take oath. Stands that it could be extra to your paycheck. Look, listen, everybody can use that extra dollar here and there.
Right.
But is that
it's
is at the expense of your integrity
Or someone's life.
or someone's life?
Yes.
So definitely, that's kind of like weird to me.
Right.
Yeah.
On another note, January brings in Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Okay. We all need to take that extra step to maintain our health, not only to have caution of COVID, but other health risks. Stay tuned on our website. We'll list many resources for Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Sit tight. We'll be right back with How's My People Taboo Topics. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and we all need to stay informed, updated about everything that's going on right now. Well, that's what I'm here for, your girl, Q.
All I do was win, 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 win.
What better way to stay informed on all of your news, information, and health updates other than here on How's My People? You can catch me here at 7 p.m. every Sunday, tuned in to LRTN Live on How's My People.
From sex to relationship issues, family issues, mental health, hell, tattoos and piercings. Come enjoy Mr. Taboo.
Win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win.
We'll be covering all controversial topics, salacious things that we are afraid to talk about in front of our families and friends. Come on, it's gonna be a good time.
I say I was born doing that. All I do was win, win, win.
My people doing no.
We're doing all right.
And welcome back to How's My People. And I'm your guy, Mr. Taboo Topics. Now, for those who are out there who are not familiar with the word taboo, I can only describe it as something that is not socially accepted or proper for the public. You guys agree?
Yes, I agree, for sure.
But today's taboo topic is something that your parents or your aunts and your uncles might not even want to share with you.
What is that?
That's the dating scene, child. For the most part, our parents make us to believe, you know, you meet your soulmate in church. You walk down the aisle of the grocery store, and you bump carts,
Yeah.
And it's love at first sight.
Right.
But they don't tell you like, oh, that love at first sight was curated through Facebook. You know? Our millennials nowadays, our generation, we have so many apps. Bumble, Tinder, for my peoples, Grindr. We don't gotta go there, but you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Parents, especially elders,
Right.
they shame online dating. And for one of the reasons is because they think that online dating apps are only for hookups. But you can do the same thing on Facebook. You just slide in somebody's DM like, swoop,
Say that.
and you're right there. Am I wrong?
No,
Not wrong at all. I mean, if you are on Facebook and you're in the inbox and you got that wave coming in, it's the same as getting a notification on Tinder. Don't think you're any better than any of us here.
Right.
Oh, that's just because yours is at the face of the book.
And ours is what?
I guess ours is hidden behind an app, you know what I mean? So I guess that there's a difference because Facebook is more public. Right. That's a public, like a public atmosphere where you go and share stuff with your family and your friends. But online dating is very seclusive. There's a pool of people to choose from, you know?
Right.
The second myth about online dating is that the people who go on online dating apps actually have real life commitment issues. Have you guys ever thought about it? A lot of us will download these apps. Sometimes we'll meet people, significant people, and then they'll still have the app on their phone.
Right. After.
Was the app not meant to be deleted after you met the person?
I think it's probably the mindset of, like you say, people don't really believe that dating apps you can find your soulmate. So if they do find someone they like or someone that they're interested in, they'll still hold that little, let me just keep this app open just in case this doesn't work out.
I'm gonna be a cynic. I don't really go on dating apps to date. So at least most people don't. If I'm going on Christian Mingle, we all know all the bad girls be on Christian Mingle, you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't, you know what I mean? But if I find somebody, I'm dating them, and I go on and I still have the app, then most likely I'm a cheater. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like dating apps and other social media platforms are one and the same.
Yeah.
Not even just Facebook. Instagram, you can slide in somebody's DMs, just as you do on Tinder. So it's one and the same to me. That's our new reality.
Look, listen. Atting somebody is the best way to get at them. You know what I'm saying? But for some couple of other myths about dating apps, especially two really, really unpopular opinions about dating app, is that they are only for the attractive and they're only for the desperate. What do you guys think?
I mean, what you mean about? First of all, hold on. I done seen a lot of ugly people. I'm just but not I'm plenty of fish. Plenty of ugly fishes there too. All right, so that one's debunked. Now the desperate depends on which app you on. You know what I'm saying? But if you on Tinder, you probably aren't looking too much to find the love of your life. But if you're on OkCupid, then maybe you're looking for somebody to settle down with, but you know what I mean? But
I think that it really doesn't matter, to be honest. You can be on Facebook, you can be on Tinder. It doesn't matter. Some people are on Tinder, and these days it costs to find love.
Right.
Okay? Tinder start charging $99.99.
I was like, yeah.
Premium, Supreme. It depends on what type of level of love you want. I mean, if you want someone who works at the grocery store, you go ahead and do it for free. Right. Now, if you're looking for an exec or a CEO, you might have to pay $50 a week or $50 a month. But the African old man can't be mad at us when they're sitting there churning and backing to marry. Hey! $900 ticket.
She said shade. So let me unveil that shade for you, okay? It's okay for you to spend money to buy a plane ticket, travel to a different country, and meet someone, and then engage them and marry them. 90-day fiance, where?
Complete stranger. That goes back to the whole safety thing.
It does. A common myth about meeting people online is the safety. Can't express it enough how you have to be safe when you're getting on these apps. You don't know who's the other person behind that phone, behind that screen. Catfish is real. And unless you really experience it, it can get real traumatic real quick.
That's true.
But this goes out to my Decemberees. Thank you for doing due diligence to go abroad and bring somebody in.
Okay.
Thank you. Because you're now showing us that it's okay to meet people online because y'all do it every day. It's something that happens, especially in our community, very often. So only thing I can really say is definitely go out there, put yourself out there. You might not meet your perfect guy at home. You might not meet your perfect guy at church. Hey, he might just be on that app. But just do it responsibly and safely.
Yeah. Also, STDs don't go on no COVID. They ain't quarantine, no STDs, all right? So you gotta be safe out there.
Be safe, okay? Social distance.
social distance, but also make sure
Wrap
you
up.
social distance to the clinic.
Right.
You know what I mean? Definitely go up there and get your checkups, especially if you're sexually active. It's one thing to be out there in the field, but it is a whole other thing to be out there in the field and then not having checkups to back up.
Protect yourself.
Well, that's it for today's taboo topic, but we would definitely like to know, how did you meet the love of your life? Did you meet them on Tinder, or did you pay that $900 for that ticket? Let me know. Comment below and let us know what you really feel about online dating. But sit tight, because we'll be right back with Papito on How's My People. And we're back to How's My People. Now it's time to check on our Pape, man. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
I wonder where he's at now.
Yeah,
What's he
man.
doing
Papa
right
told
now?
Jet traveling
Oh,
during the
it's
COVID
traveling.
time,
Come
man. But you know, like people let enjoyment,
Yeah.
That's how we like it. But let's call Papa. Let's see how he's doing. All right, Papa.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey,
Pape,
Papa.
how are you?
Oh yeah.
Where are you now?
What they call, I know they say, Minnesota. Minnesota.
You in Minnesota?
Minnesota? What are you doing there?
Y'all know book, so y'all know what I want. Yeah, in a cold place, cold, yeah, now he said, freezing. Yeah, and I said, yeah, the only thing that you get me here, that I'm still check, where yeah, waiting here, my daughter says you're supposed to come. They say they get 600. I know the other ones also come. I won't get everything so I can leave from here.
Yeah, I know.
I was watching the show the other, man. I like the thing you're doing, man. You're doing good, man. At the end, I'm talking about going to Liberia to go pick up get from Liberia. Get from Liberia. That's one thing. Come to the Minnesota and see the border and the border. All the net transit down. They know the country. They know nothing. They come here. They just lead a girl here. They just say, "Nah." So when they got some nothing here, I know they call it child support.
Oh, you never heard?
They got that one like that, huh?
They working double. Me and Papa are just inside looking at them. We were just sitting here. I just looking at them. I'm telling you, that Donald Trump, man, trouble that he causing in the trouble in the country.
Tell you.
It's not small thing.
Just what they do, the people of inner play, sweating and keeping poo-pooing.
Nastiness.
Yeah, the people, they can add, the human being,
I know.
Yeah, I thought the people said, oh, the white people again. They can't do no bad. The people tell the people poo-poo. The other men talk about flair. They say respect the flair. They got one boy who he used to play basketball. I used to watch it. They say, I know Kabi or Kaji. He's knee down. He say he respect the flair.
Oh.
That boy, man, get plenty hair.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Football.
The other men did the flair with the boy. The man beating the police with a flair. They play with the flair. They don't want to be with the boy. So they, I let people control me. I don't know what to do here. The only thing that get me here that I'm asking for is this on the camera. I won't get the other asking for. I get my little old lady in Liberia. Oh, damn. So Dana, what they say, Reese? I know December Reese. No, me are only time Reese. Let me go sleep, yeah. I'll see you later, yeah.
Bye, Papito.
Papito. Papito is a wild man.
Really is.
But guys, that's all that we have for today on How's My People. Please tune in next week for another beautiful, well put together show by your lovely host, you know. But before we go out, please definitely follow LRTN. Again, that's LRTN as in Nancy Pelosi. Follow us on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, you name it. Why? Because LRTN, we are
Here, there, and everywhere.
And that's all, folks. I'm McGarris Jackson.
Fuchsia Shade,
Daryl Kennedy.
and Quinita Dunbar. Sign.
Then I if you know your story, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you know, on the beat, yeah. Be a loca, so moral. You post a new car on Facebook, but that's so la la. You working part-time, bluffing and acting jealous, say you photo. My advice for you in my way on gutter. Confess, confession. You gotta confess. You must start the impression.